With that, I'd like to invite the Minister to launch the publication. Thank you, Minister.
Thanks very much, Anne. And I want to say I'm very pleased to be here. This is my second time having the privilege to be here to launch the annual book. But a very special occasion that is this year is that this is a special anniversary because it is 25 years of the first publication. I can't overstate how important the INOU is as an organisation to the government, to my department. And it's not just in the relationship we have and the advice, obviously, that we glean from their direct experiences and hopefully that impacts on future policy changes, but it's in the promotion of the equality of opportunities that society is supposed to offer every single man, woman and young person in this country. And I think, as you know, my department recognises the importance and the benefits, and I think Mike, thankfully, and I appreciate what you've just said, has alluded to it. We do value and appreciate engagement, and I think stakeholder engagement has been a long and constructive part of the operation of the department, and the relationship with the INOU, I think, is testament to that. We have consulted and engaged with the INOU and its members on a range of issues, and we'll continue to do so because it makes us better and it makes our policies better. And I know sometimes you feel that we don't listen to you, but there's very good reasons why we can't listen to you, but it's not that we don't, it's just I think we value the ongoing collaboration and the important contribution that it makes, and I think it's important to say that here today. Since its initial publication 25 years ago, the Survival Handbook for the Unemployed, I think the book has provided invaluable support and a guide for people, particularly when they're at the most vulnerable times in their lives. Because nobody, I know you described what was felt a number of years ago, and I hope to God that that's not the view today, and that the stigma, which still exists in small parts but has been broken down, and I know we've a little bit of work to do, but people who lose their jobs or who are underemployed are at vulnerable stages of their lives, and they can't appreciate, obviously, how much of a full life that you can have when you have more opportunities. So this book provides valuable information, and I do agree with you, Mike, and you said it last year, actually, if I recall. It's grand and dandy for all the people who are whiz kids and who can log on, but you can be unemployed at any stage in your life. So I think we all know now that we had a large unemployment issue in our youth, and gradually and thankfully that's coming down. But now we have a growing unemployment issue in our over 55s, and if they're anything like one of my parents who can't even send a text message, they absolutely need to be able to put something in their hand and read it. But they also need the valuable advice and assistance of real people. And whether those organisations are the INOU, or your local citizen advice offices, or our TDs, or our council, there's a wealth of people who are here to assist and to arrange people so that they can avail of the entitlements that they are entitled to. I want to make a special mention to Mike Allen, who is the General Secretary of the INOU at the time of this publication. I think it goes to show the value of support organisations. I wish to God that we didn't need an organisation like the INOU 30 years after it was established. In the same way that I had the privilege of being in your county last weekend. I was in West Galway, down at Lecala, and an organisation that was started in Galway 25 years ago because of how vulnerable and disenfranchised that particular society was, and all of the aids and the help and the assistance that was established then is still working away and providing exactly the same aids and help and assistance to the next generation of that community. And some part of me thinks that that's terribly sad, that we haven't been able to help in as much as to try and alleviate or break down the disadvantaged. But it's so empowering to see volunteers 20 and 25 years later, they still have the grow to help people who are vulnerable in their lives. So just to pay special tribute to you, and to particularly the continuing work that you're doing at the moment to help another section of our vulnerable society. And if there's anything I can do from our department to help that and to help you work more effectively, then I'd be very grateful for anything that you can give me. Working for Work, it has come a long way, I suppose, in 25 years. It brings together a wide range of information and opportunities and options available to people who are at work these days. And I hope those options are far more varied than what Mike has described as 25 years ago, because we certainly do not have an attitude, an opinion or a view in our department that we categorise people. Anybody who wants to work needs to be able to avail of any services that they require. And everybody has a different barrier to work. And they come from every single society in Ireland, because some of the new difficulties and disadvantages that we have no bearing on your economic status in this country anymore. And so we have new challenges today to face that we didn't have 25 years ago. And Mike mentioned the Ability Programme, which I was really, really pleased to be able to get money for and announce last year, because although there are a number of people in this country who have disabilities, every single one of them has huge ability and want to be able to contribute in even a small way, and they need to be able to be aided to be able to break down their particular barriers to work and help them. We've done an employability scheme last year for people who have mental health issues, and we've employed through the HSE care teams in each individual county and town and assistance to be able to bridge what was a gap between health services and a reunification within work life for people. And the pilot project worked really, really well, and I've really got great hope for the rolling out of it. We need to look at the individual reasons as to why people have barriers to work, because they're not the same for everybody, and they weren't 25 years ago, and it was never as simple as the ignorant classifications that were put on people. There are lazy people in every walk of life, and to be as ignorant as to think that the people who are on the live register at the moment, that's their issue, well then that shows a great misunderstanding of the reality of those people's lives. I've gone completely off script now, so I did this last year and got myself into trouble. We all know how important it is. I think the reality in Irish society, or the tangible marker of how important it is that you need to print 25,000 of them. There are 100,000 people on the live register that are probably transient, that are going to and from work, maybe between a couple of weeks between jobs, a couple of months between jobs. The other 120,000 people have an issue with helping themselves to get work. And this publication is a huge part of the support that we will have to try and continue to offer those people to break down their barriers. I want to just pay particular tribute, not just to my own department, which I know you know that we have a good relationship, but to the Revenue Commissioners for helping us to pay for it, because the core focus of this book in supporting the people who are unemployed remains, I believe, one of the most important aspects of the publication, which includes the information on the wide range of services that are available to people. And it isn't just, what's available in the INOU offices or what's available through your offices or through MABS or to the CIB, but it's also the availability of schemes that most people mightn't even have ever heard of. So Job Path, our employment services, the housing assistance payments, the Jobs Plus, the new YES scheme that we're going to launch hopefully next week. We have a new scheme that we're very close to finalising for over 55. There is a wealth. Actually, if I'm to be honest with you, I'm reading through some of my own books every day and I wonder, Jesus, that's a new scheme, I never heard of that before. And it's around 10 years. And so it's my job, I'm supposed to know every single thing, although it's difficult. So if we don't know, you can absolutely be sure that people who are in stressful situations wondering how they're going to pay their either rent or mortgage or put food on the table this Friday need the assistance and the easy guide that this is to be able to point them in the right direction. I want to take the opportunity, I suppose, to thank absolutely the entire team within the INOU that has been responsible this year and every single year for the publication of this book. You know who you are, you know how I suppose adamant and fervent you are in instilling the knowledge of what people are entitled to and people's rights in this country. No matter how well anybody tells you that the economy is growing and I'm blessed and we're all blessed, I suppose, that it is, and that we now have what we would call stable growth. There will always be people in this country who have difficulties, and there will always be people who will require state's assistance for a variety of reasons. I think government working with the INOU and other organisations for other reasons and in other parameters, I think it's a vital work or part of the work of building not an economy, but what is far more important, which is an inclusive society. And I think as we move, hopefully, and it's kind of in the dim distance path at the moment, and hopefully it stays there, is the economic recession to sustained recovery. The growth that the country is developing has to absolutely deliver for every one of those 120,000 people that are on the live register, that are not between jobs, that do need direct, targeted assistance to enable them to be able to work at whatever level it is that they're able to achieve. But it also needs to help the people who have new social issues, and whether they're new mental health issues, whether it's helping them, I suppose, achieve their ability and their offering into society. I think we have an awful lot of challenges, and as long as we have those challenges, we would very much welcome and need the support of organisations like the INOU. So I want to tell you that it's a real pleasure to be here, to be able to launch the 25th anniversary of the book, and to wish you as much success, if not more, this year as you've had in the last 20 years.